Children, children, uh, today I am going to start with Maths paper 2, chapter number 1, that is differentiation. Okay, children, before I start with our 12th syllabus, I will discuss little basic part, that is introduction about differentiation, what differentiation exactly is. Differentiation. Okay, let us discuss about concept of differentiation. The derivative of a function of a real variable measures the sensitivity to change of the function value with respect to change in its argument. This is derivative, and the action of computing a derivative is called differentiation. Action of computing a derivative is called differentiation. Okay, suppose y equal to f of x is a function. Y equal to f of x is a function. Then this x is, children, argument. Okay, in simple language I can say derivative is nothing but a rate of change of one variable with respect to other variable. In this case, rate of change of one variable, that is y, with respect to other variable, that is x, because as x is changing, y is changing, because y depend on x. Okay, and we write it dy by dx. This is the notation we use, dy by dx. It is rate of change of y with respect to x. This is derivative, and process of finding derivative is called differentiation. Children, let y equal to f of x. I have drawn a graph over here. Let x1 and x2 be any 2 points on x-axis, and y1 and y2 be its image on y-axis, be its corresponding image on y-axis respectively. Okay, children. Point P, coordinate of point P is x1, y1, and coordinate of point Q is this x2, y2, x2, y2. Then say, children, just see here, change along x-axis from x1 to x2. What is change over here? It is delta x. I have taken it as delta x. And along y-axis, if I will see, corresponding change is delta y. Corresponding change is delta y. Okay. Now, if I will take ratio of delta y and delta x here, delta y by delta x, this is called gradient. This is called gradient. Now, you also know that delta y by delta x is also slope. Gradient is also, you can write slope. What is formula for slope? In 11th we have covered, right, children? Slope equal to what? y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. You know it? Okay. Now, suppose, children, along x-axis I am taking time t. Along x-axis I am taking time t, and along y-axis suppose I am taking distance. This one. This is a curve. Along x-axis I am taking time, along y-axis I am taking distance. Then, children, rate of change of distance with respect to time. Rate of change of distance with respect to time, if I will find over here, what I will get? It is nothing but what? Speed, na? You remember? Change in distance upon change in time. Change in distance upon change in time called speed. Change in distance means, suppose for example I am taking x2 minus, distance it is, na, y2 minus y1. Change in time, here suppose I am taking x2 minus x1. Then it indicates speed over here. If this one is distance and if this one is time, then this ratio indicate speed in this case. Okay. Now suppose, children, this is Mr. A standing over here, and his destination is to reach at point x3. Now he is standing at point x0. He want to reach at point x3. Suppose he is going by car. Okay, he is going by car. Suppose this one, he is going by car. Now here I have divided this distance in 3 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, and each distance is 1 kilometer. From x0 to x1 it is 1 kilometer, x1 to x2 1 kilometer, x2 to x3 1 kilometer. Means total distance which he is supposed to cover to reach at point x3 is nothing but 3 kilometer. You can see children, time required to cover first 1 kilometer, that is from x0 to x1, is 10 minutes, and next 1 kilometer from x1 to x2 is 20 minutes, and next 1 kilometer, that is x2 to x3, is 30 minutes he is taking. What you can observe? Time required to complete same distance is increasing. Time required is increasing. That means his speed of car is decreasing, because to cover same distance he requires more time. Here again more time, means speed of car is decreasing gradually. Okay children? Now let us find out speed. From x0 to x1, what is speed? Distance upon time, and you know x0 to x1 distance is 1 kilometer and time is 10 minutes. That means speed is 0.1 kilometer per minute. In second case it is 1 upon 20, that is 0.05 kilometer per minute. In third case, third means this 1 kilometer, it is 1 upon 30 children, that is 0.033 kilometer per minute. It is 0.033 kilometer per minute. Is it clear children? Now just find out what is average speed of this car. Average speed means we will find total distance. Total distance covered is 3 kilometer. 1 plus 1 plus 1. Total time required to complete this distance from x0 to x3 is 10 plus 20 equals to 30 plus 30 equal to 60. Therefore average speed I can write 3 upon 60. 3 kilometer and 60 minutes. That is 1 upon 20 equal to 0.05 kilometer per minute. Okay, it is average speed children. Is it clear? It is average speed. Now suppose while driving, unluckily he made an accident. This Mr. A made an accident at point A. At point A he made an accident. Now question arises, why he made accident? Most of the time reason is speed of vehicle. Okay, most of the time this is the case. Here I am taking this key speed of, because of his speed only he made an accident. Then next question is, suppose he made an accident after 10 plus 20 30 and 30 plus something will be there. Suppose 33 or 4 or 5, something like that. Okay, suppose he made accident after 33 minutes, suppose. Okay, because from here to here it is 30 minutes. Here 30 plus will be there, more than 30 minutes. Then now question is, what was the speed of his car? What was the speed of his car at 33 minutes? At 33 minutes, at that moment when the time was 33 minutes, what was the speed of car? Children, you know how to find speed. What is formula for speed? Change in distance upon change in time. Now children, as speed is change in distance upon change in time, I want to find speed at point A. How can I find change in distance and change in time? Because I want at point. It's a single point. At single point, how can I get change? To find change in distance, at least means we must have 2 points, na? We must have 2 points. Then only I can find distance, na? And then only I can find change in time. Time required to reach from one point to another point. Is it clear, children? Means at one point if I want to find speed, this formula, only this formula is not going to work. Okay. Now who comes into picture? Differentiation. At this point we need differentiation because time which we want is not average. I mean speed, not time, it is speed. Speed which we want at point A is not average speed, but it is instantaneous speed. It is instantaneous speed. Okay. And to find that instantaneous speed at point A, we need differentiation, concept of differentiation. Now as I told you before, suppose I am taking t along x-axis, matlab time along x-axis, distance along y-axis, then I can write delta x by delta t. It is change in distance, change in time. Delta x by delta t, formula for speed. Okay. Now if I will apply at point A, then change in distance is going to be 0, because at one point only I am finding. Change in time is also going to be 0, means this ratio is going to be 0 by 0, which is meaningless, na? Which is meaningless. Means we cannot find instantaneous speed directly from here. But to apply formula for speed, I need 2 points. I need 2 points. That's why what we will do, I will take a point which is very close to A. It may be on the right hand side, it may be on the left hand side, here in this part, in this interval. Okay, very close. And when the second point is very close to A, no doubt time, difference of time is going to be very, very small. And as the small time is, we will get accurate speed. Okay. As time is, difference of time is small, smaller the time, accuracy is more. So smaller means what we will do? We will try to make delta t approach to 0. Not 0, but approach to 0. Approach to 0. And when this comes, approach delta t approach to 0, then who comes into picture? Concept of limits. You remember, no? In 11th we have done. Then it comes concept of limits. This one, children. Therefore, we will apply limit delta t tends to 0, delta x by delta t, that is equal to dx by dt. And this is rate of change of distance with respect to time. Okay. Instantaneous rate. It is instantaneous. I can say instantaneous speed at point A. Means here we will put value of at this A. Means if I am finding the dy by dx, then I will put value of x equals to A. Value of x equal to A in this formula, dy by dx. Okay. Now let us see few examples. When y equal to 4x, you know this is equation of a straight line. What is dy by dx? When y equal to 4x plus 7, what is dy by dx? When y equal to mx plus c, what is dy by dx? I have written answer. I will explain it how we are going to get it. Suppose, children, this y equal to f of x. Okay. When y equal to f of x, then we know कि dy by dx is equals to what? Limit delta x tends to 0, delta y by delta x, which is equals to limit h tends to 0, f of a plus h minus f of a upon h. This is what you have used in standard 11. I will explain how we will get it. Okay? But when I am writing x over here, I will write x over here. Instead of a, I will write x over here. Okay? At particular point, I will write value of x as a. This is in general. Now, Let us find out dy by dx using this formula. See, what we will do, limit h tends to 0. What is f of x plus h? For first one, y equal to 4x, I am going to solve now. This one, okay? For y equal to 4x. What is f of x plus h? It is 4 into, in place of x, we will write x plus h minus f of x, that means it is 4x, divided by h it is, okay, equals to limit h tends to 0, 4x plus 4h minus 4x upon h. This 4x and 4x will get cancelled. Then limit h tends to 0, 4h upon h equals to limit h tends to 0, 4h upon h. Now as h tends to 0, h is not equals to 0, means we can cancel h. Then it will remain limit of 4 only, and limit of constant is constant. We got answer 4. We got answer 4. So dy by dx in this case, when y equal to 4x is, it is 4. Okay. Children, do we have any query regarding this formula? It was in standard 11. If it is like that, I will explain you. Just, okay. See, in 11th we have done, na? Suppose this along x-axis, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. In short, I will explain. Suppose this is point x, and second point I am taking as x plus h, okay, and corresponding point here we are taking f of x and f of x plus h, its image. Then this point is going to be, point P is going to be what? X comma f of x, and this, suppose this point Q I am taking, it is going to be x plus h, okay, x plus h comma f of x plus h. It was there in 11. Done? Okay. Then how we will get this formula? What is change along y-axis? If you will see, just see, look at here. What is change along x-axis? X and x plus s. Here change is h. And along y-axis, if you will see, it is f of x plus h minus f of x. F of x plus h minus f of x, na? This is change along y-axis. Here, change along y-axis, change along x-axis. Only I have taken in terms of f of x plus h and f of x. And change along x-axis, x plus h minus x, that is equal to h. Okay? In this way. Here we got 4. Let us solve it for second example. Second example, it was y equal to 4x plus 7. 4x plus 7. Okay? What dy by dx we are going to get? Dy by dx is equals to, we will apply limit h tends to 0. F of x plus h. Same formula, f of x plus h minus f of x upon h, okay, equals to, here, limit h tends to 0. What is f of x plus h? 4 into x plus h, means here it is x plus h minus f of x plus 7 minus f of x. Minus f of x, directly I can write 4x minus 7, okay, whole divided by h over here. Just solve it. Limit h tends to 0. 4x plus 4h plus 7 minus 4x minus 7 whole divided by h. Minus 7 plus 7 minus 4x plus 4x cancelled. We got limit h tends to 0. It is 4h upon h. As h tends to 0, it is not equal to 0. It will be cancelled, and limit of 4 is going to be 4. You got 4 only here. Okay. Now see this one. In both cases we are getting 4 because constant is directly getting cancelled. Okay. Now, if I am writing in general y equal to mx plus c, I can write an equation of line in general y equal to mx plus c. Then its derivative is going to be m only. straight line. If you will draw simply a straight line, its equation is going to be y equal to mx because it is passing through origin. In general, if I am drawing any line, it is y equal to mx plus c in this case. In this case, c is going to be 0. Then its derivative is going to be m. Its derivative is going to be m only. Okay. Means what you observed over here, the rate of change of y with respect to x is constant in case of straight line. In case of straight line. Let us see another example. Let y equal to x square. What dy by dx we are getting? This one. F dash of x. F dash of x equal to limit h tends to 0. Same formula. Function we have taken y equal to x square. And you know this is equation of parabola. This is equation of a parabola. This one. This is like this. Equation of parabola. Okay. Y equal to x square. This is x axis. This is y axis. Okay. Let us see rate of change of y with respect to x in this case of parabola. Formula we have applied. F of x plus h equal to x plus h the whole square as y equal to x square. F of x equal to x square divided by h. This is a plus b the whole square formula. See, x square plus 2 into x into h plus h square minus x square upon h. X square cancelled. It remains 2xh plus h square divided by h. Done. Taking h common, you know how to solve limit. This h will get cancelled. As h tends to 0, h is not equal to 0. Therefore, limit, what we got, limit of 2x plus h as h tends to 0. Now, we can apply limit now. Value of h 0 we will substitute over here. We can put na h equal to 0, we got 2x. Then when y equal to x square, what we got? Dy by dx. F dash of x means what? It is dy by dx only, na children? It is dy by dx only. F dash of x means we got 2x in this case. This one. Means in this case what you observe? The rate of change of y with respect to x is not constant. It is varying. As x changes, its rate is also changing. Children, suppose this is parabola. Okay, this is parabola. Then at different points on this parabola, suppose this is point P I am taking, this one is point Q I am taking, point R. Okay, here I am taking suppose I am taking P dash. Okay, you can see its mirror image directly, Q dash. This one is R dash. Then children, you can draw a different tangent over here. See this one at P, at Q and at R. You will get different tangents. Similarly on this side also, here you will get this tangent, this one. It is like this. Okay, here. Okay, you will get different tangent here, and you can find in the same manner this one, delta y by delta x over here. And after applying limit delta x tends to 0, you will get derivative. That is rate of change of y with respect to it. So here you will get rate of change of y with respect to it. At point Q you can find, at point Q, at point R, at point P, and you can see it's changing. Its slope is changing in this case. Now you can see. Similarly on left hand side also you can see. Okay, means it depends on x. In this case it is depending on x, and in this, thus when y equal to x square, what we got? Dy by dx is equal to 2x. This is what we got. Here also you can draw like this. You have to take 2 points. Okay. Suppose children, I am taking point -2 over here and point 2 over here. Okay. Then at x equal to minus 2, when x is equals to minus 2, what answer you will get? When x equal to minus 2, you will get dy by dx is equals to 2 into minus 2, that is equal to minus 4. And when x equals to, it is 2, then you will get dy by dx, that is 2 into 2, that is equals to 4. In this case you can see, if you will find the gradient, it is going to be negative only in this case. I will show how you will get negative with one simple example. Okay children, suppose see, this is y equal to x, equation of this line is y equal to x now, and here I am taking y equal to minus x. This is y equal to minus x. Okay children, this is point 0, 1 and 2. This is here minus 1 and minus 2. Okay, it is 1 and it is 2. Okay, it is along y axis, y dash x. Now suppose this is point P and this is point Q, point P and point Q. If I am finding gradient over here, means I am finding delta y by delta x, suppose delta y by delta x, you find it, what answer you will get? Coordinate of point P here is 1, 1 and coordinate of point Q here is 2, 2. It is 1, 1, it is 2, 2. Delta y by delta x, y2 minus y1, 2 minus 1, that is 2 minus 1, here y2 minus y1, again x2 minus x1, 2 minus 1. You will get answer 1 upon 1, that is 1. And when you will apply delta x tends to 0, then also you are going to get same answer because it is constant only. Let us check over here in this case. Okay? Suppose I am taking this one as P dash and this one is Q dash. Coordinate of point P dash is going to be minus 1, 1 and coordinate of point Q dash is going to be, what it is? Minus 2, 2. What is delta y by delta x over here? Delta y by delta x in this case is what? 2 minus 1, y2 minus y1, 2 minus 1 upon minus 2 minus minus 1, it will become plus 1. It will become plus 1. Okay, 2 minus 1 is 1 and this is minus 1, answer is minus 1. Is it clear? How we are getting here positive and here negative? Similarly, if you will put values over here, you will get answer. Okay, means I can say dy by dx when x equals to minus 2. What it is? It is limit delta x tends to 0, delta y by delta x. And what we got this one? In first case we got it limit delta x tends to 0, it is h tends to 0. Okay, h tends to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x upon h. We got 2x, right? 2x. But when I am taking x equal to minus 2, means this x will be replaced by minus 2. It was in general, but in this case it will be replaced by minus 2, means x we will replace by minus 2. Means what I will write? I will write limit h tends to 0, f of minus 2 plus h minus f of minus 2 divided by h. And answer what we got over here? Minus 4. You solved, na? It was 2x, but x equal to minus 2. X equal to minus 2 means 2 into minus 2 minus 4. So answer is our minus 4 in this case. Similarly, if I will find dy by dx when x equals to 2. When x equal to 2 means what I will write directly? Limit h tends to 0, f of 2 plus h. If I am substituting in formula, then I have to write like this, divided by h, and we got answer 4. You can check it for this. I have done it for x in general. Okay, you can check it for 2. This one which we have already done. Only x will be replaced by minus 2 in first case, and in second case it will be replaced by plus first minus 2 then plus 2. Children, you know what exactly happening over here? When I am finding the dy by dx, when I am finding dy by dx, here dy by dx at x equal to a, at x equal to a, suppose I am finding at x equal to a, that means I am finding rate of change of y with respect to it at x equal to a. Here h is tending to 0, you know, h must tends to 0, you know this formula, limit h tends to 0. H tends to 0 means what? As h tends to 0, this a plus a will come when come very close to a, and what will happen over here? This q will come and come, it will approach to p. When h is approaching to 0, when h is approaching to 0, that means you can say that point q is approaching to point p. Point q is approaching to point p, and you will write here f of a plus h minus f of a upon h, this particular point x equal to a we have taken. In previous example we had taken x equal to minus 2 and 2. Here I have taken point a like this. Okay, what will happen in this case? When point q approach to point p, means you will get a tangent over here at point p. You will get a tangent at point p, and then you can find dy by dx at x equal to a. Means it is instantaneous rate of change at x equal to a. Is it clear? Okay, today we have discussed what is differentiation. It is a rate of change of one variable with respect to other variable, in simple language I can say, and the process of finding derivative is called differentiation. Then we also discussed about gradient, change along y axis upon change along x axis. Okay, formula of speed. Then I took this example, I found average speed over here. In this case average speed was 0.05 km per second, but to find instantaneous speed at any point we need concept of differentiation, and for that we have to make delta t as smaller as possible, means delta t approach to 0, and when we applied this delta t approach to 0, then we got dx by dt, rate of change of x with respect to t, instantaneous speed. This was the speed. When I will substitute value a over here, then I will get instantaneous speed, means it is a speed at which when he was driving he made an accident. Then we took this example, when y equal to 4x, dy by dx is 4. Here also in general, means when it is a straight line we are getting rate of change of y with respect to x constant. We took example of y equal to x square. You try for y equal to x cube. This is homework I am giving to you. You try it. Okay. Thus derivative I can write f dash of x is equals to limit h tends to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. And this also we can write dy by dx. In particular at point a if I am writing, then I will write limit h tends to 0, f of a plus h minus f of a divided by h, and this we will write dy by dx, when x equal to a. Okay, also we can write dy by dx is equals to limit delta x tends to 0, delta y by delta x. This is a different way we can write it. Is it clear? Thus children, today we have covered concept of differentiation. In next lecture I will start with our 12th syllabus topic. Please you write down all the formulas which we have covered in 11th standard. Okay, and rules of differentiation also. Go through it, and we will discuss derivative of composite function and few problems based on that derivative of composite function. Okay children, thank you. In case you are having any doubt, please ask. Thank you.